Harbaugh now heads to the Los Angeles Chargers.
He wins everywhere. He wins, period.
Justin Herbert, he's a crown jewel.
Well, you guys better enjoy this.
Quick snap, Herbert to throw. Has a man, touchdown!
The fans loved it.
You have to love what you're seeing on tape if you're a Chargers fan, especially for the future with Justin
Herbert on the move and throws and touchdown.
I was just trying to show off.
We're going to be known as world champions. And we're going to do it or die trying. Don't let the powder blues fool you.
Who's got it better than that?
Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the Charger Chats. I'm your co-host, Will Dog, sitting with my buddy, Kev Duggan.
That didn't go as planned.
No, that was not how we wanted to execute, but let's not forget Kyle, the coach, Duggan.
Who's got it better than us?
Nobody.
Let's not forget that. It's all, just keep remembering that. Nobody's got it.
Just keep remembering that.
It's going to be like the end of The Aviator. It's like, who's got it better than us? Who's got it better than us? Who's got it better than us? Nobody. Who's got it better than us? Nobody.
Yeah, we're going to start to sound real crazy saying that.
We're going to start growing our fingernails long. We're going to have urine in jars. It's going to be a hell of a time, folks, but we're here for it.
We're here
for
for
Charger
every
Chat.
step of the way.
Lots to talk about, obviously, with this last game in the book. So we've got an Ask Boltfam lined up for you as well. So let's waste no time. Start at the top. Talking about this game. Now, I'll be honest with you. I was driving a box truck at the start of this game. So
Will Dog was...
The first part was like this. Yeah! Shit!
Will Dog was contributing to the movie. He picked up a whole bunch of camera gear. And
yeah.
He's the man.
It was rough for me. And by the time I got home, it was just all hopes were dashed. But
yeah.
That first quarter, things were looking good.
Looked great.
Fumble,
Started
interception,
strong.
like they turned it over immediately. We went down and scored.
Lad McConkey getting a second.
What a
tutty of the
catch!
season.
What a throw!
Crazy
like,
catch.
Justin
yeah.
still got it. Like it's still there.
Yeah.
We just got to figure out this offense, and it clearly had everything to do with our offensive line. He just didn't have enough time.
Yeah,
it just was the case.
Yeah, after that first series, it was very like trick play almost. Like it was not what you're normally you're used to seeing. There was like reverses and Scott Matlock catching the ball, and
which was cool.
The ball was just
so
like
cool.
chopping down the field, and then it feels like after that first drive, honestly, it was the penalties. We are not an offense that is going to survive, especially with a banged up offensive line when you get off track. Yeah, if you're at 2nd and 15, 1st and 15, like it's just the defense now gets to dictate what you're doing.
Right.
So it's just we just don't have that deep threat right now. Hopefully DJ Chark coming back can open up some of that, but you can't get behind. And there was way too many stupid penalties, just false start, dumb stuff.
The false starts
I think that's inevitably what cost us. We were in that first drive. We were just in such a rhythm, just going.
Yeah.
The offense is there. Like I can see it. It's just keep shooting ourselves in the foot with stupid penalties. We did it week 1, 2 against the Raiders.
Yep.
Like all those stupid false start penalties were just killing us. The only week we didn't really have dumb penalties was week 2 when we smashed the Panthers.
Yeah.
What did you think about the 4th down call on the goal line?
I mean, it's easy to be a Monday morning quarterback.
I liked it because I liked the way our defense was playing. Like that, I did not bother me at all. Like he clearly knows if you want to beat the Chiefs, you got to go score.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you like your defense, take the 3 points then. You know, like if you're that confident in your defense to not give up any scores, take the lead and then let's force them to go back. I just think that's, I don't know. This is Monday morning quarterbacking. I think in the moment I was like, okay, cool, let's do this. Let's just go put our stamp on it. But we threw the ball, which was like, on a 4th and 1.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's also, you have this banged up offensive line. They're going to bring heat. Like they're coming for you.
Yeah.
To me, it just felt like with it being it was 10-10, you know, and like the 4th quarter, it's 10-10. Feels like you take the points and at least you have like all the momentum now. We got the lead. They stop you on 4th down. That's huge momentum. That is a huge shift. Patrick Mahomes gets that little lighter in his step with his little weird wobble, you know, like you just get this little bit of momentum going. I don't know. To me, with the way that game was going in a 10-10 4th quarter game, you take the lead and then see if you really have trust in your defense, they're not going to give up any points. So I don't know. It's easy to go back and nitpick every single thing. Harbaugh liked it in the moment. Let's freaking go. He probably asked Greg, we got to play. Thought we had to play. I'm not going to doubt the coaching staff yet. So
I liked it.
Yeah, it was just a rough game to watch. I mean, even looking at like some of the stats here from some of the players here. I mean, Herbert. Has Herbert thrown for over 200 yards yet?
Nope.
This season?
I don't think so.
Yeah. J.K. Dobbins only getting 32 yards. That's not
14
normal.
carries.
Yeah.
That's a product of the offensive line, man. As soon as they started to go out last game at like halftime, that's when it started to fall apart.
Yeah.
So if we're going to have that identity, you got to have the guys up there to block, and we need to run the ball for this offense to work. So they need to figure this out. We need to open up Justin a little more. You're just going to have to.
Yeah.
But he's banged up with no line at the same time. You know, maybe hopefully after coming out of the bye, he's feeling a little bit better. You assume you're going to get Joe Alt back after 2-3 weeks of rest.
Hopefully Rashawn Slater too. Have they given a timetable on his injury?
No, he's not on IR, so I'm assuming it's inside of 4 weeks. So hopefully you have him back too. There's still so much football to play. I'm not like, oh my God.
So we're 2-2.
2-2 after you won the games you were supposed to win.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you lost 2 close games against really good teams.
Yeah.
Hopefully with a really banged up team. So hopefully we can get through this bye week, get healthy, and get going on a little run.
Exactly. Yeah, that's I think the only real like bummer outside of like losing the game is now that little chestnut of, as long as we can keep the teams under 20 points, Herbert's undefeated.
It's no longer there.
It's not a thing anymore, unfortunately. Looking at some of the offensive rankings so far, all the teams across the NFL, I don't see a Bolt near the top. I don't see it in the middle. I see it just a bit above Denver's offensive line.
Yeah, this is just offensive performance. So this is conversions on first, second, third, and fourth down. Like we're just not. These last 2 weeks have killed us in terms of where we rank as an offense.
The third down has been these past 2 games specifically have been really rough. Like the first 2 games, I think we were solid on third down conversions. And these last 2 games, whether it's the injuries or I don't know what to chalk it up to, I'm assuming the injuries, it has not been good on the third down.
Yeah, and it's not been third and short stuff, which you would assume from a running team. It's been third and longs. I think I can't. It's like so many are 3 and 5 plus yards to go. It's like there's just not an easy play to convert. You know, you got to get it to that third and shorter stuff, which the Chiefs seem to do the entire game. It felt like every third down was like 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. Mm-hmm. The whole playbook's open.
Yeah, exactly. Daniel Popper tweeting out Justin Herbert was pressured on 51.7% of his dropbacks yesterday per True Media Sports. 4th highest pressure rate Herbert has faced in any game in his career.
Wow.
That just shows you that the offensive line did not do him any favors to go win that game.
Yeah.
And he was frustrated. He was very frustrated.
Oh, we saw.
He slammed his helmet on the bench. I kind of liked it though.
Bring the heat, dude.
Yeah. I mean, it's if Herbert was 100% healthy, no bad ankle, might not have been as big of an issue because he can run around, he can roll out, he can do a lot more things. But when you've got a bum ankle, 51% pressure rate, pressures, that's not good.
That was tough because they knew he wasn't going to be rolling out of the pocket and escaping and running.
Where he's going to be.
Yeah.
He was a pocket quarterback this game because he had to be, our offense took a dump. Like, here's some of the PFF blocking grades. So Jamari Sawyer 50.8, not great. Zion Johnson 23.5. That is not good. That is not a first round left guard PFF grade. Bradley Bozeman 70.3, which I haven't been very impressed with Bozeman so far. So that's a surprising 70.3. Sam Mustipher 21.5, even worse than Zion Johnson. And then Trey Pipkins was 60.2. So they're getting all the pressure up the middle. So it's like right up in your face. He can't roll out and you're just screwed. They're just collapsing the pocket on him. And he had no time for anything to develop. When there was time to develop, you could see what he did with Ladd McConkey in that first drive when the offensive line was fresh and they stopped being in those 3rd and long situations where we were just shooting ourselves in the foot with these stupid penalties, just stupid offsides penalties. So This is easily fixed, I think. I don't think this is like detriment. We're not in the same. This time last year, with the way our defense was playing, I was like, oh, we're screwed. Justin has to do it all. Yeah. Now our defense is playing so well. This offense just needs to find their rhythm. You know, they just, they get to decide what we do to the opposing defenses. Now go do something. Go do something in the second half. In the first half, we're playing well. Go do something in the second half.
Yeah. Keep it strong. I mean, we saw that against the Raiders. That Raiders game is a perfect example of what this team should be doing, which is just keep pounding, and then fourth quarter comes around, boom, put the game away, done deal, walk away.
Yeah.
And it'll come back. That's the thing. Is like the injuries were so detrimental. I mean, losing your 2 starting tackles, it's hard to bounce back from that unless you have just amazing depth. And Derwin James.
And look how our defense played without him too. They stepped up. That our defense is for real, guys. Like, it's exciting to watch. And I was still at Universal Studios in Orlando, and I was in a sports bar kind of thing, this massive thing, and I was getting excited, and I didn't hear anything in the bar until like the second quarter when there's a Chiefs fan sitting next to me. Didn't say anything. He didn't say a thing the first quarter. There was nothing for him to celebrate, nothing for me to notice him on, and it was like the tail end of the second quarter. I was like, oh shit, the enemy.
Whoa,
it's right there. How'd you sneak up on me?
Got to put a bell on you.
Yeah, God damn. So I love how we started that game. I really did. And it was fun. It was exciting. I thought we were going to get more of it. They just started dialing it up. We started shooting ourselves in the foot.
Yep. Yeah. On the opposite side of PFF, some of the highest rated Chargers, I mean, you're looking at Khalil Mack, 85.3, Thule, 85.1. Those are two.
The man.
Yeah. 2 starting edge rushers for this game. Ladd McConkey, 81.9. He was playing great. Poona Ford, 77.6, and Christian Fulton, 72.8.
Yeah. Was there any news on Poona Ford? I know he came out for a minute and he went to the tent, but I didn't hear it. Yet. I couldn't hear. I could see the game. I couldn't hear the game. So I was like guessing.
I saw Poona in near the end. It was Tierra Tart that ended up walking off at one point.
I know it was one of my favorite big boys.
Guys, yeah.
Pop-Tart.
So I haven't heard anything on Pop-Tart yet, but we'll hopefully, again, this is going to be, we're going into a bye week, folks. So it'll be interesting to see if this team has any news that comes out during the bye week in regards to personnel change, as far as like players, depth, anything like that. And keeping a very close eye on any injury related news. But there are some quotes here. Here's Harbaugh on his team saying, really proud of the team, respect for our team, just the way we played, the effort, good play. Then internalize everything. Just look at where it could be better. Personally coaching. Most everybody is going to come away with this play could have been better. That play could have been better. Everybody has their 1 or 2 things. Good, but want it to be great. We have great faith and belief that we can get that done. Get back to work, and we'll work together, win together. That's the plan. Good at times, really good, but just good isn't enough to where we want to be. We got to chase the excellence.
100%. And the defense is doing it, man. The defense is looking great.
Yeah.
That one Xavier Worthy just blown coverage. That was pretty much all they allowed that whole freaking game.
Yeah. 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 And by the end of the game, I mean, that last score in the fourth quarter, I mean, they were just tired. Like, the offense was not getting them off the field, getting them rest, and they were just totally gassed, and they just ran it down our throats.
Wore the defense out. Yeah.
And then Harbaugh on the bye week saying, it's where the bye comes and lines up. First, you look, that it's an early bye, a week 5 bye. We'd like to be a little later, it's right in the middle ideally, but it's where we are now. And when it comes this early, if you can get your team back refreshed, but also take advantage of the things we need to get better at, there's that element to work together and get it to where we want it. Good, great, where it needs to be. Bye week, I'd call it an opportunity week, an opportunity to improve in the areas we need.
Opportunity week.
Love this guy.
Op week.
Op week.
Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life.
Special ops week. Let's go.
Yeah, it's an opportunity. J.K. Dobbins had a quote here on the Chiefs game, said, I just hate losing. I haven't been in a place where I've lost a lot, so I'm not used to it, and I don't want to get used to it.
We don't want you to get used to it either, JK.
No, you shouldn't have to.
Stop talking like that, JK. You're not going to get used to it.
Yeah. Hey, look at me. You're a winner.
Yeah,
I'm going to win. You hear me? And then Harbaugh on JK said, I had that conversation with JK in the locker room after the game and agree. Wouldn't be pleased if it was the other way had he or anybody liked to lose or wanted to lose. That's definitely not the case, and I agree with him. Our belief, our faith is that we got the guys, we got the members of the team that had the faith that will get that done.
I have confidence. I have lots of confidence. I feel really good about this. I really loved how we played the Chiefs. Yeah. Everyone's saying that they were gonna blow us out. You guys don't have a chance. Like they thought they were gonna steamroll us with the amount of injuries and all the guys we had out. Yeah. Guess what they didn't do?
Yeah.
Didn't do that.
Yeah, they didn't have anyone hurt. I mean, Rashee Rice got hurt at the beginning of the game, but going into the game, their injury report was nothing. That was them at full force. And their defense was good. Like they have a good defense for sure.
Absolutely.
But their offense, man, how are they 4-0? That's my question. How on
they're
earth
getting help from the referees. That's why they're 4-0. And there's a couple holding calls that they put on us that were so bad.
Yeah, there's one going viral right now of like they call the ref throws a holding penalty like 3 seconds after Patrick Mahomes throws the ball, which a holding penalty is supposed to happen before the ball's thrown. So why are you throwing it that late once you see Mahomes throwing the ball away?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I hate blaming it on the refs because we still should have beat them. But
I think I'll say it now. I think the Chiefs are going to lose some games to some teams. You're going to be like, whoa, didn't expect that. They're going to start coming. I think this is still very much an AFC West we could win. It's still early. We're 1-1, in our division. So let's go. It's not even close to over yet.
The Broncos coming out of the bye.
Yeah, we're tied with them, 2-2. They're 2-2. They somehow beat the Jets. Saw the end of that game. That was ridiculous. They have no offense. So our no offense versus their no offense, I think we have a better defense.
You stop that. We have an offense.
You stop. Oh, yeah, we have an offense in the first half. But once we get this figured out, like Coach said, it's an opportunity week. It's an opportunity to learn how to play football and offense in the second half. And I love that opportunity for them.
Stop saying we don't have an offense.
We do have an offense. It's a great offense. It's a spectacular offense.
Some say the best offense.
Some might say the best offense in the first half.
Stop qualifying.
All right.
What is the deal? You go on vacation and...
No, I'm just having fun with the silliness of our second half offense. It's going to get fixed. That's why I can be so lighthearted and easygoing about it. Again? I'm not like feeling discouraged at all. I'm feeling like this is a problem that can can be fixed, and it's going to be fixed. So I can be light and jovial about it. It's not. This is not a negative.
This crap,
baby. Keep on rolling, baby. Come on, don't. It's going to be fine.
Just Kevin first half Duggan.
Sure. Want to call me that?
Well, you guys can call our sponsor for this week, Chris Gates Fitness. We got a new sponsor for the show this football season, Chris Gates Fitness and his online fitness training camp. Chris is an online fitness coach. He's a massive football fan, and he's created a fitness community designed specifically for football fans, just like you and me. If you are ready to elevate your health and fitness goals and do it with a group of like-minded people looking to support and encourage each other, you have to check this out. I mean, like, what more could you ask for? You know, the support, the encouragement. See, that's what Chris Gates does here, Kevin. He supports his people.
Not just the first half.
Not just the
whole way
half.
through.
Second half workouts is what we need. And I just came off vacation, and I need to hit my Chris workouts. I need to get back into the groove.
Customized monthly workout programs will help you build muscle, burn fat, and feel more athletic. And access to live Q&As with Chris, exclusive community support, and more will help you help hold you accountable and work you towards your goals. Training camp members also compete in fitness challenges each month, as well as sports challenges like weekly football pick'em in the fall, where Chris gives out free prizes like home gym equipment, supplements, free one-on-one coaching calls, and more. And if you join this week and use the code ChargerChat, you'll get 80% off your first month. That's just $10. Don't miss out. Visit chrisgatesfitness.com/ChargerChat. Check the link in the description and start your journey today. We also have another sponsor, folks, and that's Underdog Fantasy. It's the greatest time of year again. Football is back, and it's here to stay till February. Hold on to it. Just just don't let it go till February. Over 1 million fans across 33 states got in the game last year by making picks on Underdog, where you can win up to 1,000 times your money just by choosing higher or lower on your favorite player stats like touchdowns, passing yards, and more. What was the stat that we were going with Patrick Mahomes? Yeah.
Lower 265. Hit.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
So there you go, folks. It's just that easy to
just bet against Patrick Mahomes and you're good.
It's fine. That's all you got to do. Making picks on Underdog is straightforward, and signing up is even easier. Just head over to Underdog's simple-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com. Sign up with the promo code CCHAT, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code CCHAT to claim your new customer special of a free pick and your deposit offer. Must be 18 or over 21 for Massachusetts and Arizona, over 19 for Alabama and New England, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Void in Colorado. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. That's 1-800-639-8783. Or text NEXT STEP to 53342. New York, call the 24/7 HOPE line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 467-369. And folks, don't forget to head on over to our Patreon, patreon.com/ChargerChat. We just had our special 10 hangout. Please, yeah.
Please come visit us.
Come, it's so much fun. The waters are warm.
It's warm, man. It's not because I peed in the pool. It's because it's just generally warm.
This time.
Yeah.
And as always, we got to shout out our new Patreon members, and this week is no different. We got to shout out Raymond McGowan.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Thank you so much for joining, Raymond. We greatly appreciate it. And if you don't want to go to patreon.com/ChargerChat, it's A-OK. You can go on over to our regular website, chargerchat.com. Check out all the cool stuff we got over there, like t-shirts, hoodies, stickers. You can chat it up with other Charger Chatteteers in the members section and ask questions and Ask Boltfam. So go check out chargerchat.com. Okay. All right, folks. No segments this week. We just go right into our next segment, Ask Boltfam.
The nitty-gritty.
Time to put your money where your mouth is.
Hi, guys.
Go jam a thumb up his butthole. That's what you do.
I wet myself in excitement.
Oh, so hungry.
Your thoughts are like totally appreciated.
Catch you later, dude.
Okay, love you, boy.
That's right, folks. Time for Ask Boltfam, starting at the top with JV and shouting out Senior Snappy. You guys both had the same question, but I'm going with JV, who asks, why? Just why? It's my question.
Our defense played really good.
Yeah.
Why did our defense play good? I think the scheming. I think the players. I think there was a good overall great defensive performance.
I the part of me that like sees a question like this, especially Senior Snappy, I think added the Tanya Harding, the why gif with it. It's like, calm down. It's okay.
That sucks. It's the Chiefs.
We always want to walk away with a win. Don't get me wrong.
And most people, I feel like we felt like we brought in Harbaugh to beat the Chiefs.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like that was going to be the recipe, and it was pretty close to the recipe. We just gotta. It needs a little more salt. It needs a little more pepper.
It just needs to be executed.
A little more time in the oven.
Yeah, I mean, if this was week 1. This might be a completely different game that we're looking at here.
Yeah.
But it's week 4, and it's a week where you don't have your starting tackles. It's a week where Joey Bosa's sitting up in the stands. It's a week where Derwin mysteriously gets a suspension, a 1-game suspension. So the deck was stacked against us. We didn't walk away with it. But it's only week 4. So we are going to get another shot at these guys. And I expect a completely different outcome.
And when was the last time we played against them that well? And at least Patrick Mahomes. The hell
down all
17
of those
points.
Players.
It's a different thing, guys. It's a different thing. I'm not worried.
Yeah, I'm not stressed about it one bit.
But we don't know why.
I can tell you why. It's the offensive line injuries. It's injuries, dude. I think if you're full speed, you're beating the shit out of that team.
Yeah. There you go. There's your answer, JV and Senior Snappy. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to OM Run. who asked the question. Does it feel like we're all Bill Murray in Groundhog Day? When is the alarm going to go off and play a different song? Sincerely, Justin Herbert's helmet.
Yeah, he was bad babying that helmet on the sideline.
I don't blame him.
No,
I don't blame him one bit. That's like, I mean, especially for him, he's like, mother, I'm out here playing with you fools after getting a high ankle sprain, and this is how you repay me in my own house?
Yeah.
Like, I don't blame him for getting upset. And I'm curious to see, what the conversation was. Like, we're so used to seeing a squeaky clean Herbert, a put the grocery cart back where it belongs Herbert.
Yeah.
Are we going to start getting like a bad boy Herbert? Are we going to start getting a Herbert that like gets a little more tuned? Like, dude, now that he's got his bank, he's like, I'm not here to mess around anymore. Okay.
Well, he's also sucking it up and playing on a very.
That's what I mean.
Most quarterbacks wouldn't play on.
Yeah.
And there was some missed opportunities there that we could, like JK's drop. That would have been a huge play. There was that was all of those false start penalties. As a quarterback, he's probably pissed off sitting back there watching these guys just jumping early. That's frustrating when you're trying to suck it up and go out there and play. And he wants to win, dude. That guy's ultimate competitor. Yeah. I saw this interview with Baker Mayfield, and they asked him like, almost kind of like what's your mindset coming into it? And into the season and into the Bucks. And he's like, they wanted me to come back to make football fun again. And Tom Brady had comments on it. And he was like, winning is fun. I get frustrated from losing, like that's the mentality of like, no, I'm not here to have fun. I'm here to win championships.
Yeah.
And I think that's a little bit of what, like, Justin has that dog in him. Like, no, I'm not here to have fun. I'm here to win. And this is ridiculous that we're losing these close games that we should be winning because we just keep having these stupid little mistakes and like getting dinged up and hurt. Part of me feels like he's like playing through this injury as like a point to the team of like, boys, come on, let's go. We gotta play through owies. We gotta get going.
Yeah,
we gotta win these games. This is not the same old Chargers. Let's get after it.
Yeah, 100%.
So no, it's not Groundhog Day.
No,
we're not talking that. We're not putting that out there. No. Even as fans, we got to stop thinking that way. Like,
yeah, we didn't. And the charging thing, that didn't happen in that game. We were leading or tied that whole game, and it wasn't like some last minute blown coverage or something. It's just we didn't execute. It's different. It's a different feeling than previous years where we had it and we could have held on to it, but it slipped through our fingers. That didn't feel like that in this game.
Yeah. So there you go. OM Run, thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to Marco DeLeo, who asked the question. Okay, so let's get some rest and bolt up for week 6. Come on, what the hell is up with Romo? He hates the Chargers. I'm losing it. I seem to be getting obsessed with this idiot. He doesn't really give credit to us. You know he loves Mahomes. I thought Collinsworth was bad, but damn.
I didn't get to hear the call. There was a picture only, so I didn't hear this, so.
I could hear, because that's how I'm driving. I can at least listen to the game. I can't always look at it, but I could at least listen to it. And, he was giving props to the Chargers when they deserved it, which was the first quarter. And then the rest of the game, it's hard to really give them the same praise because that's when the Chiefs showed up. That's when they started scoring their points, was after the second quarter on. So it's tough. I'm sure he's trying to be fair and concise, and I'm sure just any credit given to the opposing team feels like, oh God, he loves him. Why don't you marry him? You love him so much. And I don't think it was quite that bad, personally. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I missed something as I was rolling down the I-70. But yeah, I think he's a good caller. I enjoy
Collinsworth is still the worst.
Yeah, Collinsworth ever. Yeah, by far.
Just his voice alone, no matter what he says.
Here's a guy. Yeah. I can't stand it.
And now his son's doing it too. So we got another 40 years of this.
Oh, man.
He sounds exactly like him.
Jeez.
Oh, great.
Even worse news.
Oh, no.
So there you go, Marco. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Mr. Pekar, who asked the question. Did you guys see our exquisite hunk of a man, Justin Herbert, slam his helmet down on the bench? I haven't seen that kind of ferocity, that kind of passion since Harry Potter tried to use the Cruciatus curse on Bellatrix Lestrange after she killed Sirius Black. Oh, phew. It's got me all hot and bothered. Quick, somebody dump a hot bowl of Spätzle on me. Ah, that's better. Thank you. Now my question. Does Justin's passion, anger, and competitiveness make your schnitzel stand on end? Or does it not excite you and you become like a flaccid Italian noodle? Your choice, schnitzel standing at attention or a sad little Dobby, lifeless. FTR, suck mine butts. R.I.P. Maggie Smith and Rashid Rice this season. BTF's you okay? I love you. Bye.
I love the Harry Potter references.
Yeah, he was going through the Harry Potter feels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definite RIP to Maggie Smith.
Yeah. So sad.
McGonagall.
No, we were in the castle ride, waiting to get in line, and Josie got the message on her phone. I was like, oh no, this is terrible.
Right in the midst of Harry Potter.
Oh my God. We were right in the heat.
Well, it's not about Maggie.
No.
Can't always be about Maggie.
The German, please. I'll take schnitzels.
Bolts the schnitzel up.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, what's not to be excited about? The passion.
Yeah. I think it depends. Like, it depends on the player. If Justin did that every week, he'd be like, all right, guy, get it together. Like, lock it up. That's enough. Like, settle down. But because it's so out of character, it's like, oh, whoa, he's into it right now. Like, he's locked in. Beast mode's been turned on. So I love it. If he makes a habit of it, it's going to be like, I don't know, like have a little bit of composure or
hold it together. Yeah.
But because it's not a consistent thing, I love to see it because you get a little bit of a glimpse into what he doesn't always give us in press conferences and when he's talking to media. You don't feel that like passion. Mm-hmm. So I love seeing it personally.
No. Well, he's not taking it out on anyone. He's taking it out on the helmet. It's not a human. It's not real.
Maybe the mic broke or something. He couldn't hear the play calls.
That's what the thing was. There was one point he was yelling to try and get the play in. So maybe that was that. And he was just more like technically upset. Like he needed a Geek Squad or something.
I feel that for sure every night when we do these podcasts. I want to throw something on my computer.
Yeah.
Geek Squad.
Geek Squad. I need a cable.
God damn it.
That's probably the Carolina game too. He wasn't mad at Matlock. He was mad at the Geek Squad.
That's right.
So we're at full Spätzle there, Mr. Pekar. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to Manuelito Pedito, who asked the question. I'm still cool with picking Alt in the first round, but would you guys agree with me on how it would have been better if we would have picked Jackson Powers Johnson over Ladd? Online sucks big time, bro, and Herbert can't even find a receiver open with the little time he has in the pocket. At least we have a badass D averaging 12 points a game.
I'm still taking Ladd over that. Like, Ladd scored us a touchdown this week.
Sure. Well, I think it's interesting because a lot of the talk that I see on X and Twitter is how people would have rather we took Malik Neighbors now over Alt based on the performance.
Who is talking about that? What the hell are you talking about?
But it's just funny now that they're like, well, maybe we should have had a lineman in the second.
Maybe the second round, because maybe the Alt thing's working out.
More linemen.
So we can complain about another round pick. No.
And I'm not making fun of you, Manuelito Pedito. I'm not.
No, not at all.
Putting that silly voice on because of that. It's just funny how
this is second round pick, and that's I think even Zach Frazier, who we all wanted, who's starting for the Steelers and killing it right now.
Yeah.
Like you can look back and look at any player that was drafted around McConkey and been like, that guy would have been great to have.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at what our team and the way that it's constructed, that's what we needed. Imagine if we didn't have Ladd McConkey right now.
Right.
Our receiving core already is a bit of a question mark and is struggling to start the season. But I think Ladd has been a bright spot. I mean, he had a great game against the Chiefs. He had several catches. He had a
68 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and he's only going to continue to get better. So,
yeah.
No, I still think that Ladd was the right pick where we were. Unless you were going to go Malik first and then a lineman second. But I think you had to have a receiver in the first 2 rounds.
The Joel pick's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. I'm still. I still like her. I'm not jumping to critiquing the draft yet. I think we still made the right picks.
Absolutely. There you go, Manuelito Pedito. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Dirty Ferdy. who asked the question.
I see the biggest issue is we came out fast and everyone thought we couldn't be beat. In all reality, teams eventually lose. The expectation was set too high too early. I came into this year with a realization that it might take a minute to get going. And guess what? We are 2-2 with 13 games left. It's time to bolt the f*** up and support our boys. It was a tough loss, but suck it up, Buttercup. Pull up your socks and finish strong. It's not over. 15-2, baby. Question. You're granted 3 wishes. What are they? Each of you answer your 3 separately and try not to copy the other. Don't have to be football related. Just fun to release the tension. Who's got it better than us?
Nobody.
Nobody.
That was a good voice. It's more like sleepy German baby than sexy German
well,
baby.
it's tough to. That's like combining 2 voices together, and it's it's tough. It's like rubbing your tummy and patting your head at the same time.
I loved it. The sleepy
Oh, he's
bedtime baby. He's tie.
He's sleepy.
All right. So Genie pops up, says you get 3 wishes. What are you wishing for?
Chargers Super Bowl.
Easily.
Yeah, I'll put that at 1.
And none of this like I want the Chargers to win a Super Bowl before I die, and then like I'm in a coma for like the last 10 years and they get a Super Bowl and I can't be there to experience it. None of that bullshit.
No,
Mr. Genie.
This season I want to win.
Yeah, there you go. I like it.
This season Super Bowl. I want my family to be taken care of forever.
So a lot of money.
Yeah, like that includes you, Kyle, and you, Adam. Basically, my family's taken care of.
Yeah,
and health and stuff, all that. So that's 2.
I would love to be able to imitate anybody, anything, just easily identical voice replication.
Wish. I like that. Shapeshifter.
Yeah, but just the voice.
Cool idea.
Just the voice.
Yeah.
Cool idea. Oh, I got one.
Yeah,
go.
I'd love to have a luxury box at SoFi for, forever.
Yeah.
And then I could just invite friends to come stay with me in the luxury box.
Why not just own the team?
Nah, it's too much work. I just want a box.
Work.
I'm not interested. If I'm taken care of forever and I have 3 wishes, I just want a perma box with everything I want in there. And just one day you get a DM like, hey, come join Kevin as Genie's perma box.
The Genie box.
The Genie box.
All right. Any other wishes? I'm trying to think.
That includes you, Ferdy. You're coming with me.
Oh, there you go.
If I get that 3rd wish, you're coming.
By the way, Ferdy, great question. This
Beautiful.
is very a
hybrid.
positive and optimistic for what I'm used to out of you, Ferdy.
He has it in him. It's in there.
I think deep down, he's always shamelessly positive.
Oh, he's a teddy bear.
He came into that Patreon hangout hot and heavy.
Yeah.
But
I think it's...
No, it was before the game.
It was before the game.
He was pissed. I don't know.
He comes out salty. He's salty, then he's sweet.
He's like a Sour
he's like
Patch
a salty
Kid.
patch kid.
It's a nice meal. A salty patch kid.
So there you go, Dirty Ferdy. We love you here. Thank you so much for asking the question. Let's move on now to Bolt Fan 24, who asked the question.
Will Ortiz make some moves during the bye week? If so, what will be a target low-cost, high-upside option?
Phillip Rivers.
Do you think he'd be low cost?
Yeah. I think he'd be league minimum. Yeah.
I don't know.
That guy's scratching just to get an opportunity. Just bring him in. Just maybe a coach.
I'm not saying no. I just don't know if he would take the low cost. I'm all for it, though. Count me in, dude.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like there will be something. I don't know if it's shuffling within the ranks of what we have,
right?
Or if they're going to try and go after like a center or an offensive lineman.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Better. Yeah, it would be a trade situation.
Sure,
yeah, maybe a trade. Yeah, but like where it's at right now, I there's not going to be like a free agent out there you're going to pick up that's going to impact your team significantly. That's
sure, you'd have to make a move.
Maybe that's what we could ask the Genie for.
Oh yeah,
like somebody randomly cuts a stud and we're top of the waiver and we get to pick him up. That'd be sick. But
yeah.
No, I don't. Unless it's like some weird gigantic trade. No, I mean, how the Bengals wide receivers are getting interesting with them just sucking every week and continuing to lose. And they don't have a deal with Jamar Chase yet.
Did they lose again?
It's interesting.
They're 0-3. I haven't looked to
0-4.
I think they might have won this week.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's good for them.
But still, you're 0-3. Your chances of making the playoffs are incredibly low. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. If they lose a couple games, they beat the Panthers.
Yeah, they beat the Panthers. So, yeah.
Whatever that
Congrats.
Means. Good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that would definitely be and I think that would be really the most intriguing bye week move is a trade. Because like there are definitely some free agents floating around out there. Like it's still baffling to me that Hunter Renfrow hasn't been signed by a team yet. Like that's shocking
going
to
on
me.
there.
I mean, unless there's there might be something going on with him that we don't know about. But yeah. Still moves to be made, and I have a feeling Chef Ortiz is cooking something up for sure. Because that's the other thing too. Like he was making so many moves before the season started, even within those first couple of weeks. And I think that as the season continues until we get to that point where we can't make any moves like the deadlines and stuff like that, I have a feeling we're going to see moves being made consistently just because it's like it's never fully perfected. You know, you don't know necessarily what you have until they start going out there and playing in those games. And we're really touting a lot of the like depth that this team has. And that's been an opportunity for some of those depth pieces to stand up and like show us what you got. Yeah. Some people have shown well, some people not so much. Yeah. So it's like, let's keep mixing this up until we find the perfect main course for this team. So we'll find out there. BoltFan24, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Andrew Ramsey. Who asked the question. It's fun/not fun seeing Herbert's helmet into the bench throw. With the team's $262 million QB showing that kind of emotion, even watching him blow his lid at Matlock for not moving over during the Carolina game, what changes will you see on the offense, either in play calling personnel because of that meltdown? Just blows my mind how much aggression this dude has built up in there. He needs emotional, spiritual, physical, and sexual healing over this bye week, and I hope he catches them all like Pokemon. Just beware of double mixing some of those like a massage parlor. Okay, love you, bye. That is an interesting idea of Herbert's been so nice. He's now just reaching his volcanic point where he's just, I can't take it anymore.
Just can't take it anymore. Yeah, it's Squints and the lotioning and the oiling. You just can't take it anymore.
And oiling. Losing and injuring and losing.
I just can't take it no more. Move.
But as far as like play calling personnel, I see a lot of people. I mean, it's Twitter, so it's understandable to see these knee-jerk reactions. But you know, people saying Greg Roman is not the right offensive nerd jerk reactions. Yes,
you're a real nerd jerk right now.
Nerd jerks over here. But people saying that Greg Roman is not the offensive play caller. He should not be the guy doing that based off of like Herbert's talents and everything like that. Some people even calling for Jim Harbaugh, which I can't.
Who did that? I need to know. I gotta hit that mute button. Who said that? Send over who said that.
But as far as like, it was interesting to see, at least with this game, the amount of times that Herbert did throw, knowing how injured he was, how much of a pocket passer he had to be. They didn't seem to lean as heavily on the run game. Did that come across to either of you guys?
Yeah, I think that they knew that with the backup offensive line, you're not going to get the push required, and which you would hope that you. I don't know. That's in my opinion. That's what it was. Is we're not going to be able to just pound the ball down their throat because we have 25 grade PFF guys up there. You know, like hopefully we can get the ball in our best player's hands and he can get the ball out quick and make plays, and he did quite a bit. It's just we missed a couple of big plays, some really bad penalties. I don't think the game plan was bad. I wouldn't say that. I think you're just not at full strength. You try to come in and be creative with your play calling, and it's just not always going to work. Right. But no, I
well, they started 10-0. So they came out, they had a plan and they executed. It just, I don't know. They were stacking the box. They weren't letting us run. And for some reason, these penalties kept pushing us back. And then it became 3rd and 15. You know, it was just like a 3rd and 12. Like we just weren't able to run the ball very well. Yeah. So, you know, maybe Ortiz needs to look at maybe some of the backup players we have and see if there's a way to improve that until we get our guys back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we do see any changes in the play calling or personnel in any of that regard, and like we said, even some of the players. So we'll have to wait and see till next week, Andrew Ramsey. But thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to the K-Man, who asked the question. Do the three of you feel the Chargers are willing to put up with Bosa's usual string of injuries for another season? Or will they seriously consider showing him the door if another team is willing to offer something better than a churro or ice cream party for him? Hey, thanks.
This is just something I've gotten used to. I don't know how else to say it. Like, he's going to play maybe half the games this season. That's just what it probably will be.
I can't remember. I know Khalil Mack took a pay cut. Did Joey Bosa take a pay cut?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. I feel like that says a lot about the character of the guy. You know, injury status aside, the guy wants to play for this team. And we got Ben Herbert to try to alleviate some of those injuries. Hasn't necessarily shown its fruition, at least within the first 4 weeks.
Hey, a lot of these guys, these guys aren't on IR. A lot of these guys just need a couple weeks to get better. So it's definitely different than previous years.
Right. So I'm not necessarily wanting to get rid of Bosa or trade him or anything like that personally, because the guy wants to play.
Look what he did week one. Look what he did week one. He was freaking amazing.
Yeah. So whatever it is that he needs to do to get right, I want him to stay on this team personally. I don't want to trade him away because even though the injuries have been consistent, when he's not injured, he's explosive. He's a problem out there on the field. So
yeah,
I understand the argument. I totally get it.
But he's also $30 million a year.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Play 8 games.
I totally get it.
I think if Thule continues to show out like he does, I feel like if Joey can't play more than 8 games this year, they have an out after this year. He still has 1 more year in a contract, but they can get out of it after this year. If he can't play more than 8 games, dude, that's 3 years in a row. Like, no, I can't pay you $30 million for 8 games. That's not going to happen.
That's way too much.
Yeah.
Maybe another pay cut?
I don't think so. I think he did the maximum pay cuts he's going to do.
Maybe another pay cut.
Can we work on like a commission?
Barter?
Yeah.
Barter?
Can we work on a game system here, Joe?
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Yeah. We're just going to strictly pay you per game.
Per game. Yeah.
This amount.
You get your paycheck at the end of the week, I promise.
Yeah.
We'll see there, K-Man. Thank you, though, for asking the question. Let's move on now to Athir Kadir, who asked the question.
Chat, I love you, my babies, equally. I'm sad, baby, and disappointed about the outcome, baby. The turning point to me was you're up 7, you get an interception, you have to make it hurt against Kansas City, baby. You have to get 7 and go up 14, maybe, baby. I'm stupid and dumb, but that is the truth. When you play teams like this, you have to put their back against the wall. Baby, your thoughts, my boys. I know Coach Kyle's on my side for sure, baby. I'm not worried. We'll be fine. The Denver game after the bye becomes huge, baby. My only question, is it time for Roman to unleash Herbert after the bye? Stop messing around, or is it time for Coach Harbaugh to get involved a little bit? I'm not calling for people's jobs, and I'm not insane. I'm a normal human being, baby. We start with my lovely Coach Kyle, followed by my best friend Kevin, and last, my love, my heart, my life, Wolldog, baby. My bold prediction, we're going 5-0 after the bye. I don't care who we play. Let's go, baby.
Love your energy, Athir. Love that. Dude, I'm all for that,
Athir. Let's see. He thinks that you would absolutely agree with him, Kyle, on if you get an interception, you better put up 7.
Well, for sure. We for sure got to get points on the board, but yeah, the more that you can make a turnover hurt like that, the better.
Absolutely.
I mean, that just goes without saying. And obviously, looking back at it, if you had that touchdown, you could kick that field goal on 4th down. You're up a touchdown, and then it's tie game. So
exactly.
It would have been huge to be up 14-0. I think they start pressing even more. The potential for turnovers are even higher. So yeah, I mean, it was a missed opportunity, but it was a penalty again that killed us, and it's just stuff you got to clean up. I think that stuff will get cleaned up. But going on to the other question, is it time for Roman to unleash Herbert after the bye? I think there's definitely, I mean, this coaching staff's I don't think they're taking much of a break. Those guys better not be tired yet after week 4. I'm sure they get a couple days off at the beginning of the week, but yeah, you got to go in there and figure it out. I mean, it's whatever you're doing right now is not currently working. And I know I give them that they had the tackles, both tackles out this week. I get that. I mean, you had a Mod Podge offensive line this week. And
I was going to say, like, the entire offensive line was just like cup and balled around.
Center and Zion's all that was consistent.
Yeah.
But you have to score more than 10 points in a football game, no matter what. No matter who you got out there, you got to find a way to score more points than that. So yeah, I'm hoping it looks a little bit different. And it is hard. I think this is the first time Harbaugh's had a real game-changing type of quarterback in his whole entire NFL career. Kaepernick was a stud with the Niners, but he didn't have the arm that Justin has. So I do think maybe you start to fall into a little bit of a rhythm. It feels like we haven't taken a lot of shots down the field. Anytime we do, it's just a go ball to Quentin Johnson, and that's the only option out there. Doesn't feel like it's ever over the middle of the field. We're not really attacking the seams deep down the field at all. It's just like, oh, we got one-on-one on cue. Okay, I'm just going to throw it up there and see what happens. So maybe some more designed deep field shots when you get DJ Chark back on the field. But yeah, it just doesn't feel like we have those big plays. It's like we have to go 12 plays, 5 minutes to score a touchdown. We need a couple. I mean, you saw the Chiefs, that one big play to Xavier Worthy, and they're right back in it. We need more of those type of plays.
Yep.
Yeah, when we're in the early games, man, we're controlling the time of possession, and that's because we're running the football. We're not usually the team that has the time of possession. So there are good things to come from the running, but it's just a matter of just execution in the second half. Like if you can do what they've been doing in the first half throughout the whole game, you know, we're not gonna go crazy like we have in the previous years with Justin, but you're gonna have 20-point games every week. Like that's just you're gonna have a touchdown in the first, touchdown in the second half, and field goals. So, and if we can win a Super Bowl doing that, let's go. Like I don't care that if we have to unleash Herbert and have him flinging it everywhere, control the clock, and then we just need to be more consistent in the second half.
But that's the problem with being a running team is you have to be perfect. You can't have those penalties. You can't have a hold or you're screwed. Your whole identity is we're just going to beat you up and play clean ball. I mean, when I was a defensive coordinator, when we would play these flex bone offenses that run triple option, their whole game is built on 3 yards of play. If you can get 3 to 4 yards every single play, they can't stop you. The only problem is when you get one penalty, you no longer can do 3 yards of play because you're not getting a first down. So that's when it gets really, really tough. If that's your identity, you have to be clean, and we just haven't been at all.
There you go. I think I completely agree. It's more about, it's not so much like Harbaugh's got to be like, all right, Greg, get out of the way. You don't know what you're doing. Like, it's not
hold my beer.
Yeah. Let me show you how it's done. Roll some of the sleeves.
Yeah.
No, it's everything's got to click. It's got to, part of the blame really, in fact, most of the blame I think needs to fall on the players. Like the players need to execute the game plan. And if they don't, this is the outcome that we get, unfortunately. So, everybody's just got to lock it in, man. Like you said, you got to clean up those penalties, got to execute the way it's meant to be executed, and good things will happen. So
totally.
Who's got it better than us, Athir? Thank you for asking the question. Let's go out of Ask Boltfam with Tony Francis, who asked the question.
Listen up, cadets. Patrick motherfucking Mahomes really fucked our shit up today. He wasn't even that great. 19 for 29, 245 yards, 1 TD, and an interception. But his thing that I have been calling the Patrick Mahomes effect keeps crushing us over and over. These close losses to the Chiefs feel like a swift kick in the nuts. The hope we developed throughout the game gets stolen away from us at the last minute. What in the actual f***? I know we were missing our 2 best tackles, Dermot and Joey, but part of me wonders if we will ever beat that motherfucker again. My question this week is directed at all 3 of you. If you are Jim Harbaugh, what are you telling the team in the locker room to keep everyone motivated and hungry for the Denver Broncos? F*** you, Mahomes. F*** you, Staley. Burn the kingdom. The Raiders. And suck my butt.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, Tony.
And I really want to thank Tony for the little gift he sent us. He sent us some very special little fortune cookies. Right.
And what were the fortunes?
The fortune, one might say, suck my butt is the fortune inside these cookies. So I never thought I would receive fortune cookies in the mail, and nor did I think they would say suck my butt in them. So thank you for making a dream come true for a little boy.
Fortune has smiled on us, Tony. Thank you. Thank you for that. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, brother.
But as far as what we are telling the team in the locker room to keep everyone motivated,
I don't think there's a lack of motivation in the locker room, dude. If anything, that's going to motivate this team more. I just feel it. Like they know they can be good. They know they have a coach that can lead them.
Right.
Like this is just like, we got to step up. It's less like coach needing to say that. I just feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's all that it is. Like our fan base needs a little bit of that right now. You know, like what you would tell the team is like, guys, we're there. Like we're playing with two of the best teams in the NFL the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And we're just these little tiny things off. We just got to get back in the lab and clean this crap up, and we're fine. Like we did not turn the ball over. We were clean on defense. Everything looks really good. We just got to clean up these little stupid drop ball here, falling down on a catch and creating a 4th and 1 instead of getting the first down.
Yeah.
You know,
which should have been a first down, by the way. That's ridiculous that they couldn't like reverse that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
just cleaning up the little stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you've got J.K. Dobbins talking about he's not used to losing. That's going to fuel J.K. Dobbins. That's going to fuel everybody else in that locker room to be like, this isn't what we signed up for. We didn't sign up for this. We need to be better. We need to be the ones. We need to hold ourselves accountable in this situation. And, you know, whether or not that necessarily comes across remains to be seen. But truthfully, that's what it needs to be. These guys, this wasn't a blowout game. We didn't lose like 60-10. Like this isn't that kind of a game. We were in it
the last
until the
5
very
minutes.
end. Yeah. And if if offense could have just clicked for just a series, it's an entirely different outcome. You know, this could have gone to overtime. This could have been one of the most exciting games of the week, but it didn't work out. And that's okay. This team still has everything that they need to be a championship team. Just need to get it together. Just need to dial everything in. I mean, that's the other thing too that we really need to remember is like a lot of these guys were not on this team last year, and none of these guys were working with Harbaugh, Greg Roman, or Jesse Minter. Now the defense has dialed it in. They've got it locked down. They're cooking. So whatever Jesse Minter's doing, maybe Greg Roman can sit down with Jesse Minter and be like, "So what did you do? How did you get these guys to click so well?" So whatever the situation is, they just need to lock it in. And I have full confidence that if anybody's going to get this team locked in, Jim frickin' Harbaugh.
I agree.
So there you go. Tony Francis, thank you, buddy, for asking the question. And thank you, everybody, for asking questions and Ask Boltfam. We greatly appreciate it. But that's going to do it for this episode of Charger Chats. Any final thoughts, gentlemen?
Take this week. Use it. You know, it's a bye week for you too.
Exactly.
You know, get some stuff done. I'm gonna get some stuff.
Go Padres.
Go
Padres. Watch some Padres.
Come on,
baseball.
Padres, baby.
Come on, boys.
To all the Dodger fans out there, you can watch it because you don't have a game because you have a bye. So come jump on the Charger Chat bandwagon for the Padres.
We'll see you guys next week.
There you go.
It'll be fun.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us here at Charger Chat, folks. Don't forget to bolt up because we're ready for any squad, any place.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Yeah, love you. Bye.
And now, a word from our sponsors. Tired of the tech headaches? Forget Geek Squad. When your helmet goes haywire, turn to the experts at Nerd Jerks. With our skilled team, you'll get fast, friendly service and solutions that actually work. Don't settle for mediocre help. Choose the nerds who care. Upgrade your tech game today with Nerd Jerks. Your helmet will thank you.